And I can hear them singing some songs about bullshit. We're playing Diablo 2. You thought this was going to be something important. That is far from the truth. Well, it's Mr. Good Bar. We've got a better bar. So I switched it up to the Dark Clan Crusher, which, yeah, fuck racism, right? This is just kind of a good beat stick I found. This was from Normal Andariel, by the way. Sorry, Nightmare Andariel. I also found Skin of the Viper Magi, which this is really not the best gear possible for this character, but it's all res and plus skill, so I can't complain. Still using lore, the Shadow Discipline thing, Carrion Needle. I think I might have switched this over. No, I've had this last video. And then these I haven't changed either. So, I don't know if I had Goblin Toe on camera or not, but I do have that now, so I don't have to keep using garbage. I was tempted to use this, but I was like, nah, whatever. Our swap is just these two things. It's kind of whatever. I'm not really sure if this was carrying me enough. This probably would be better for a Necro, honestly, but we're not playing a silly Necromancer. We're playing a Barbarian. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet either. I think I'm probably going to use this for, like, Magic Find when I eventually get some, like, P Topaz, probably. Nothing really crazy that I've found since. I actually haven't organized my inventory at all. It's a complete disaster right now. I'm really tempted, and I know it sounds terrible, but if I really want to, I might respec into axes, but, you know, I don't know axe rune words like I do sword rune words, so it's kind of up in arms. These are just some runes I found from Normal Countess. I keep saying normal. Nightmare Countess, so I don't remember if I have any gold, actually. Hang on a second. This is important, damn it. Can I actually resummon my man? Okay. That's right. I was playing, I was playing my, Paladin a while ago, so my brain just kind of goes, the fuck is this? So, I know it's gonna seem so controversial, but I'm kind of swapping off of, the double swing at this point and just kind of mainly just using this taunt. Not taunt, but I think this is just shout, right? Yeah, this is battle cry. I know what's going on. Because it's probably more damage over time, and I think it's personally just fine. I mean, it's better for like a multi-target, really. When it comes to single target, I mean, it's not going to hurt to have double swing going as fast as humanly possible, because that pretty much guarantees crits and stuff a lot faster. So I don't think it's a bad option. This curse needs to go away. But for the most part, I think in group, I'm going to probably be going with this setup for now. This is why I say, and I have said it in the past, I think it's important to not twink your characters you're not familiar with, because, I don't know, man, this is actually really fun. I'm surprised how much I'm enjoying this Barbarian. I think I leveled up a tiny bit off camera, but it's not really important. I wanted to do some Diablo today, so that's why we're here, man. And look at that damage, that is so fucking sick. You may be asking, will I actually commit and go with axe? Well, it's a tough call. I personally don't want to, and you know, the damage may seem tempting, and the overall, like, you know, expediency might seem interesting. Like, oh, well, you get crushing blow, but I'm like, dude, there's like tons of other things that have crushing blow from other parts of gear, so I should be fine in that regard. I do want to have an open wounds weapon on swap. I already kind of know this because, or prevent monster heal at least. Because okay, we're in Nightmare Act like 2, and I'm already thinking, I want this character to beat the Ubers. But it's true, I actually want to get this character to be uber ready. I want to be able to run Trav with this character. I want to be able to run Pits, and I want to be able to do, like... I mean, I already have a Magic Find character, so I'm not really worried. You know, you could be like, oh, but Seth, you should get the, you know, I feel so stupid because I didn't know this was a term, but, the Horker. And I'm like, no, that's lame. I want a just big, beefy beef man that can beat the shit out of things. I don't really care about Magic Find on this character. I mean, will I find Magic Find gear? Oh, totally. And once we hit Hell difficulty and I finished it, will I give this character Magic Find gear? You know, the answer is probably yes, because, so, I know for a fact my Zealot and my Blizzballer, they both already have Skulder's Ire, both of which were found on those characters, so if I get a spare one, which is very likely, eventually, I will swap it over to this. And Skulder's Ire really isn't that bad of an armor just to settle for if it's the worst thing ever. So if you're unfamiliar, in Diablo 2, the only unique russet armor is what it's called, is Skulder's Ire. So if you ever are like, oh, whatever that is, and I'm like, so Skulder's Ire, if you're unfamiliar, allegedly it's a StarCraft, like, 2 reference, but fuck, I don't know. I've never actually played StarCraft 1 reference, but I've never played StarCraft 1 for more than like an hour. I played Brood War for a few minutes. I had my friend lend me a copy. Well, lend me a copy. He burned me a copy. I did the same thing for Diablo 2, but he never played it, and I was really sad. You know, I never talk about this, but I wish I had more friends in real life that played Diablo 2 still. I told this story maybe once, but way back in the day, you know, good old high school Seth days, the pimp daddy days. Me and my friends, we all played 8-man Diablo 2 hardcore right before graduation. It was all because I was like talking to a friend and I was like, stay a while, listen. And then he's like, oh man, is that from Diablo 2? I love Diablo 2. And I was like, you know what? I love you too. Let's play Diablo 2. And we got all of our friends together, and we played hardcore all the way up to Duriel. And I think 2 people died. One of them wasn't me, because I'm not a fucking scrub. But no, I played Necro. My friend was hoarding Necro items, and he died. I think he died in, like, early Act 2. It was not for, like, oh, dude, we're gonna fucking hop on Bnet and mac on some honeys. No, it was just like, lol, let's play some Diablo, because it's fun. That's actually one of my favorite memories of playing Diablo 2, honestly. But, god damn it, you know how many people I've tried to get into playing Diablo 2 and they always just say, nah, I'm not really feeling it. And I'm like, oh, come on, man, it's so much fun. Oh, no, that doesn't sound fun. And I'm like, oh, but it is, trust me. And I think that the problem in that entire, like, concept comes from the fact that everybody who knows me in real life knows I play RuneScape every single fucking day. Like, before work on, like, 2 days of the week, my roommate gets to be in charge those days, so I end up, like, I get to work at, like, 7:40, and then I have nothing to do for, like, until 8:30, and so I just sit there and I make fucking potions until I clock in. It's really sad. I'll talk to people in the background, obviously, but, like, everyone just kind of assumes, like, one of our other coworkers, like, you mining? I'm like, no, I'm not really feeling it. I have trouble mining on mobile. It's not really fun. Like, every single person in the building in that fucking establishment knows I play RuneScape. It's depressing. But that's the other problem, is every time I try to recommend RuneScape to people, they're like, no, I've heard from you. And I'm like, oh, come on, it's really fun. And they look at me like I've just shit in their mouth or something, and they just... I don't blame them, you know? I really don't. I don't blame them for thinking... Maybe that Seth guy is crazy, and we don't trust him because he likes Diablo 2, and that's probably like RuneScape. And you know what? They are 100% correct in that assumption. And if you ever, like, did you play Diablo 2 before you played RuneScape? No, dude, I played RuneScape since, like, I'm sure I could actually pinpoint the exact date I played RuneScape, so... I love how I can play Diablo 2 and not talk about the game at all, and talk about an entirely different game. at the same time because I love it that much. I mean, this is all, like, focused into me at this point. I've got this shit locked in. And I just want to play some Diablos. And I even have 2 beverages next to me that I'll crack open in a little bit. So, I first heard of RuneScape, I think, when I was in 5th grade. So I'm 29. My birthday was 1994. And I started school at everyone's normal age. I don't know what people start school at. I was too fucking little to remember. So I must have been like 6. No, I was older. I must have been like 10, maybe the first time I heard of RuneScape. So however old you are generally when you go into middle school, so 6th grade me, everybody in my school played it. So there was a rule at our school I went to. You couldn't play video games on the school computers except RuneScape. And so I started playing RuneScape when I was in 6th grade. And, you know, I could probably look behind me in, like, you know, actually, hang on a second. I can look at this one quick moment here. Let's see. Oh no, a big black dildo fell on me. 2006. So 2006 or 5. Yeah. So probably 2006 or 2005. That's how long I've been playing the Diablo 2. Or sorry, not Diablo 2, but I've been playing RuneScape since that time period. I started my membership account in my freshman year. I think we hit Radamant, I'm pretty sure we are. Unless this is just really high density. He is getting fucked up. Oh my god. Yeah, we hit Radamant. Let's go back and just step away from this for 3 seconds. Holy shit. So yeah, I played RuneScape since then. Membership I got when I know for a fact, was right after Summoning came out. So, I think Summoning was brand new, like within that week that I played. And it was, I think it was maybe either in the week it came out, or it was something else. But, you know, it doesn't matter. I've been playing RuneScape for a long fucking time. My first time I ever played Diablo 2 was senior year of high school. What made me play Diablo 2? The fact that it was a lot like RuneScape. And the fact that, like, so I mean, I think anybody who's actually been I'm talking long time viewer, you're a cool person, by the way, if you are. And you remember this, but I was 120% inspired by Star, just like many other TF2 YouTubers back in the day. And Star was playing his playthrough of MedianXL. I want to say it was Ultimative at the time. It was either Ultimative or Ultimatum, I can't remember which patch. But it was, you know, it was a pretty cool one. Oh, by the way, on our last character I played, I got a fucking SOJ at Radamant right here. It was also the first death on that character, and I was so pissed. But this made up for it, you know. And it wasn't from this chest either, it was from fucking,
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, you can't carry anything. You're just a bitch.
I've just about had my fill of the Walking Dead.
I've never heard these lines. This is interesting to me. So let's go ahead and get our book.
I can't.
Oh, pfft. Oh, I honestly thought I could do that for a second. I'm like, can I do that? And no, you can't. There we go. Just get a free skill point like a man. But yeah, I played... Oh, Jesus, I don't even know. I've played RuneScape for a long fucking time. That's all you need to know. So, you know, I'm thinking of getting more damage right now first. It's tempting to get my, like, shouts up, but I don't really... Here's the thing. Shouts don't exactly make you have more damage. They just give you more life. And I think, personally, more damage is more important to me. But I also really think the high crit chance is really good. So it's like, god damn it, I really don't know. I'm thinking of just pumping a point into Taunt for this level, and then the next one we'll put into Sword Mastery, because ultimately we're really close to maxing our synergies. So if we look over here, so the duration of Frenzy never goes past 6 seconds. I'm 99% certain it never goes past 6, which that's kind of a problem. Because this is why I say there's a huge difference between hard and soft points, because if we look at our actual damage, you can see it's only like a few points difference between this level and the next. But the attack doesn't go up that much either. It's like barely like 10 points. But our speed goes up, which is really handy because it's basically free IAS. And our walk and run speed will eventually kind of probably piss out around like 15 or so, I'm guessing. But the overall percentage of this from Taunt is 8% damage per level. So 8% is much higher. That's why I'm doing Taunt for these next levels. I think I'm going to do Taunt up to... what are we at right now? 6? It's hard to read the font in this game. I think it's 5 right now. We'll do one more level into Taunt because we're really close to leveling. But we'll talk to Atma later. It doesn't matter. She gives you bullshit. No one cares. I love this character. I think if anything, I love this character because it fucking makes noise. It's really funny. But I'm actually being dead serious. This is dead serious. But no, I think Star's MedianXL playthrough was so fucking captivating to watch to me because, number one, let's be real here, I was like 17. Anything that my favorite YouTubers liked, I pretty much liked. So, Star ultimately got me into Diablo. Not like I personally talked to him as like, Mr. Star. No. It was more like, this is interesting to look at. I'm gonna watch this, and then I watched a few like videos of the base gameplay, and I was like, you know, that looks really fun. I actually might like that. And I like begged my mom to go to like Walmart, and I picked up the battle chest, and I've had it in my possession ever since. So if you ever like, did Seth like torrent this? No, I fucking bought this with money. I actually did buy it with my own money. I didn't get an allowance, but I did have some pocket money laying around. I don't remember how I got money when I was a teenager, because I grew up poor, so it wasn't like I just asked for money. It was really rare that my parents did that. So, I don't know how I got the money to buy it, but it was 20 bucks, because you used to be able to go into Walmart and actually buy Diablo 2 for 20 bucks. It was fucking unbelievable. And it wasn't just the game, it came with the, like the big fold-out box and the fucking, really loosey-goosey strategy guide that doesn't actually really work properly, because those strats don't work anymore. So, there's that. What else? I'll put more points into Vit just for a few minutes, because I think that's more important. I need to get my life pool up pretty high. I love this character. I'm actually having a lot of fun, because look at this shit, dude. Fucking like two-shotting dung beetles. This is awesome. But, granted, I've ground up quite a bit to get to this point. Melee starts really slowly, so I'm trying to get as much grinding as I can in. Plus, not go crazy. My goal for this session is to get to Act 3. Preferably, maybe if I try hard enough, I can get to all of Act 3 done. But we'll see how I'm feeling. It's 8 o'clock right now, and I'm already kind of tired, but once we get to Claw Viper Punks, I'll pack out my first beverage. But no, I think the art style, number one. I'm not gonna lie, I fucking love the art style of Diablo 2. It's fucking cool looking. And it is, I have a soft spot for isometric games. I don't really have a reason why. It's probably because one of the first games I ever bought with, like, birthday money was SimCity 3000, and ever since then, I've just kind of liked isometric games. Fallout 1 and 2 are some of my favorite games of all time. I don't know, I like games in this style. I've always had a thing for, like, The Sims. I don't know, I just kind of I mean, The Sims 1 was isometric. You could rotate the camera, but it was an isometric view. We don't need to get the Herodric Cube, because fuck that noise. But I just really love the style, I love the music, I love the vibe, I love you know, I like the mechanics of Diablo as well. It's very accessible for someone like me because I also, before I played Diablo 2, I also played a shitload, and I mean a shitload of Borderlands 1. I've probably put more hours into Borderlands 1 than I'm willing to want to admit. I mean, I've collected every rare in that game as well. Or sorry, unique, I guess you want to call it. I don't remember what they're called in later games, but I have gotten everything, including the Gearbox ones when those came out, with the remaster, which I got for free. I have the Game of the Year edition for Borderlands on 360, which is how I first played it. And then I have a big box PC copy a friend let me borrow that he never asked for back. I still don't feel like it's mine. But he's never asked for it back in like 2 decades, so I guess it's mine, right? God damn, that is mana burn like a bitch. Ooh! This could be String of Ears. This could be really good. I think this is actually String of Ears, because String of Ears is one of the few belts that is... I think... Is it? I'm pretty sure Demon Hide is String of Ears. Let's double check, because it's been a while. This is exciting. Yes! Oh, that's fucking sick. Look at that shit. That's not SOJ like last year, but that's fucking sick. And we don't lose any pots, so... We lose a little bit of fire res, but we get lifesteal, and this is so fucking critical. I mean, the defense is whatever. I don't really give a shit about that. We could technically roll with this until, like, mid-hell. I'm dead serious. You can, like, rock through so much shit with a melee character with that. It is such a solid option. 43 AR and 8 FH, you know? I'll take that. That's actually a pretty good charm. Eventually I'll put those in my doodad here. There, you happy? Were you waiting for me to do it? Because I was waiting to do it too. But no, I have played a fuckload of Borderlands. I've played everything but Brick I've enjoyed. I think Brick is the worst character in Borderlands, and I just didn't like it. It doesn't feel good to play Brick. I don't know, I had a few friends that were really into playing Brick, and his special is just really bad, and... I don't know, man. I could never get a hang of it. I mean, I played through as Brick before, but I just didn't like it. We all know in Borderlands 1, Lilith was fucking overpowered as shit. Phase Walk was so goddamn good. It's why it got nerfed in Borderlands 2. I think Borderlands suffers from having literally no endgame. That's the biggest problem. And you can be like, oh, but it's Craw. Dude, Craw was shit. Craw was literally horrible to fight. It didn't matter. You didn't fight Crawmerex legit. You went in the fucking corner to the left-hand side of the arena from the elevator, then you went in the specific corner and you got him stuck, he screamed, and you shot him with reflecting bullets until he dropped a pearlescent weapon that you wanted. You did not fight Crawmerex legit. Do not fuck with me. You didn't do it. Crawmerex is horseshit and a not fun boss to fight. So, whatever. I'm sure you're really, really cool and you can fight Crawmerex with your eyes closed, but guess what? He's still a shit boss and pearlescents weren't worth that much anyways. There's like one good pearl. I think it was like Tsunami, and that was it. Everything else was pretty shitty. I'm just gonna say it. The fact that I can remember that, you know what you needed? You needed a fucking Hellfire and like a fucking super high, like, times 16 damage revolver, and you pretty much never had to worry about a damn thing in the game. If you were playing Lilith, you got fucking so jacked if you got like a Hellfire SMG. Like, that was all you really needed. Unless an enemy was fire resistant, and in which case you just phase walk behind it and then fuck it up with like a Ellie revolver. I don't really... Actually, that's not true. I didn't like Ellie revolvers. I like poison on revolvers because it just basically meant I missed, kinda, sorta, oops. Oh well, fuck it, it'll be dead in an hour. That's kind of my philosophy. But yeah, I played a lot of Borderlands, so I had a lot of experience with the concepts going into Diablo, so it really wasn't that hard for me to get acclimated to it. If I had to say favorite class... Mordecai, on PC, obviously. When I was a console player, it was Lilith, but once I was a normal human being, it was definitely Mordecai. Bloodwing is shit. I don't care what you say. Bloodwing is shit, and I never used it. You could be like, oh, Seth, how could you? I have played that game for fucking ages, and I could never... You just can't comfortably do anything with it. Bricks was terrible. Roland's turret was pretty good. Brick's Berserk mode was just ass. I'm trying to think of what was the other characters in that game. There wasn't very many. There was only like 4. And I think that's what makes it so memorable to me, is there's only 4 characters. They all do play differently. That's something I do appreciate. They're not mechanically all that different from each other. Why did I do that? God damn it, I meant to put these in this inventory. They're not that much more mechanically different than each other, but I'd say personally I could never really like Roland, but having the turret would be pretty good. The turret just pissed things off. I think that's the only problem I have with it. It basically just kind of doubled your DPS, but you could never rely on it very well. If there's one thing I can agree, I think Borderlands 2 increased specs to be better and not be so situational. Because if every character just had phase walk, they'd be better. And that's because phase walk was actually really fucking good. It regened your health, you could deal damage while in it, and you could leave damage behind. I think there was a perk that let you do that. It wasn't very good, but it was good to stack poison on like really annoying shit like Crimson Lance at higher levels. You know, I think that's the problem, is there's just no endgame in that game. It's just... you can collect everything very easily, and you could be like, well, what do you mean? Don't you have to go bossing? No, you don't. You just go and refarm the same chests over and over. And depending on the area level, you basically just do that. There is also less mechanics as something like Diablo, and I think that kind of makes it suffer. And you could be like, oh, well, did you like Borderlands 2? No. I actually had to stop playing Borderlands 2 because it pissed me off too much mechanically and character-wise. I actually fucking cringed playing it so much I couldn't look past it. It was pissing me off too much. And you know, I've had this really weird idea to go back into games I thought had terrible mechanics and shit. Like, Diablo 3 is a good example. Could I play Diablo 3 on essentially mute mode? Yeah, but it wouldn't make the game any better. But it would certainly make it more tolerable. By the way, this is why you get lightning resistance as fast as humanly possible in this game, if you couldn't tell by now. We're doing Maggot Lair. What else do I have to talk about with this fucking hellhole of a place? The problem with, like, Diablo 3 is nothing in it is mechanically fixable in my mind. It's just make a new game, start over. That's the problem. What is this charm? I picked up a charm, and apparently I guess it overrode a key, and I don't know which one it was. Not like it's a huge deal. I probably need money. I need money. Fuel my horrible drug habits.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't know. Diablo 2 in my mind is a perfect sequel, because Diablo 1 is a great game, but Diablo 2 just improves on that formula and makes it just infinitely better. Borderlands 2 mechanically is really interesting, but I can't stand any of it. I can't stand the characters, I don't mind the art. I love the music. I think Borderlands 2 is some fucking awesome music. All the Borderlands games have really good music, I think, from what I've played. But goddamn, I hate the characters. It's just like listening to like Tumblr, and it's not even like, oh, just everyone's... No, it literally is exactly like that. It's like listening to somebody who gets their idea of like their personality just is entirely generated from fucking internet memes and stupid shit and no social skills. It's exactly what the writing sounds like, and I can't stand it. But you know, I was thinking about this the other day. I played through Serious Sam 4 without any dialogue, and I turned the dialogue completely off and the subtitles off, and the game's fine. I think that's actually really weird to me that actually made the game playable. Because I don't think Serious Sam 4 is that great of a game. The shooting is actually really good, but I think the gameplay is really hindered. I think 3 does it better, personally. I think 4 is just a fun game, but it's not better than 3, but it has better shooting. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. But the character dialogue is just fucking abysmal. It's abortive. I can't stand to listen to it. As soon as characters start speaking, my ears just don't care anymore. I used to, you know, I'll be real, if I was younger, I probably would have thought it was the coolest damn thing ever. But at 29 years old, I'm like, you know what, I feel like I'm being treated like a baby playing a game, and that makes me feel stupid. It's like I said, it's just humor and shit like designed by like a 12-year-old that doesn't speak with other human beings and only communicates on like Twitter. Oh, I'm sorry, X! No one's gonna call it X. No one will ever in their right mind call it X, by the way, I don't think. Like, pretty much ever in this fucking stone skin, god damn. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Don't fucking act like I didn't say it. But yeah, I don't know, I fucking hated all of it in that game. It was just... The problem I have with Serious Sam 4 is exactly what I think could be remedied in a game like Borderlands 2. It's just turn all the characters completely dead silent. Don't read the dialogue either. Just turn the game off. Like, and engage with the game mechanically. And I think that's both really cool and stupid at the same time. Ooh, a Thol rune! Oh, fuck, yes you can. Don't... Oh, whatever, I don't need money. Okay, this might be a bad idea, but whatever, fine. We have the Staff of Kings, that's all we need. This is the edge we need. The Staff of Kings. Mmm, tastes like grandma. Let's see. How many keys do I have? 8. 10. That do anything for you? That's what I thought. And we'll put this over here. I have so much more shit than I normally would, and it's really embarrassing. Either way, I'm going to call it for this video and see you guys in the next one.
Die.